Hi and welcome. It's Annette Walsted here from Commonsense Marketing. And today I have the pleasure of having a chat with Karen Hall, the founder of Reputation by Design. And she's going to take us through her areas of specialty, which include social media and also awards. So Karen, how about you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background and what it is that you do to help businesses, which is outstanding.
Thanks, Annette. And Annette and I have known each other for a couple of years through a business coaching course, which is awesome. And we're helping Annette with an award submission at the moment, which is super cool. So part of the things that we do is absolutely help businesses grow their reputations through award submissions, which is not a common thing that people look to for reputation growth, but it certainly can help people build their brands and get leads, which is a fabulous way of doing it, and can be quick wins as well. And also through social media marketing. So doing their social media for them, because some business owners just do not have the time. Others don't have the inclination, but it's certainly a time saver, and we can bring a lot of expertise to that as well. We've been going for about 8 years, and we absolutely love what we do, including winning awards for our clients.
Oh, that's terrific. And I know that you have had a lot of success in that area, and we'll get on to that. And today's topic that we're going to be talking about actually is all around how to win awards and influence judges. I love that. So
Absolutely.
Why don't you give us a bit of an outline, and then perhaps my first question for you after that is, what are the benefits of entering awards?
Yeah, so the main benefits are that it can absolutely, and the research says it can drive more sales. So businesses, and particularly SMEs, can get growth in revenue between 39 and 63%. So that's the research tells us, versus non-award winning businesses.
Yeah, so they win an award, and then they obviously will get into how they can promote it or whatever, but the actually winning an award has a significant effect on the business.
So yeah, through building brand awareness, credibility and trust. So awards bring a lot of credibility and trust. So it makes conversion a lot easier. We see this in our own business as well. When we win awards, conversion conversations are a lot easier. And also it can certainly help with bringing in leads themselves. So if you think about an analogy of a bottle of wine, if you're not a wine connoisseur, you go into a bottle shop and you landed with lots and lots of options. An award badge is going to make that bottle of wine, a particular bottle of wine, stand out. And that's what an award can do for your business, Annette, or other businesses. And the beauty of that is that we don't often read, whether the award badge is a winner or a finalist. So even becoming a finalist is almost as good as becoming a winner. Obviously, we shoot for winners, but our brain doesn't read the fine print sometimes. Another huge boost is around team motivation and morale. So again, we anecdotally know this, but the research says that winners can experience 88% more motivation from employees who feel valued by the recognition. I know our business, when we win an award, everyone feels really, really elated. And we get that feedback from our clients when they win awards as well. So that's a team that's already with the business, but it can also help you become an attraction brand to bring in top talent as well. Businesses who win awards can absolutely show sales higher 5 years after winning. So there is a lag effect as well. It's not just a one-off. And the only other thing I'd add, because we're speaking as two female business owners here, is that we're on a bit of a mission to help more female business owners win awards as well, because only 13% of awards are won by female business owners, and that's internationally. So there is a lot of opportunity to shine the light on us a little bit more, and be on the stage a little bit more as well.
What kind of businesses do you help?
Any type of business can win an award. We've helped garage startups, so people that are running the business in their garage, literally, when they first begin business, because there are often categories like startup or newcomer categories, right through to multi-million-dollar businesses. So it's a matter of choosing an award and then a category within that award that suits the life stage of your business. Don't ever think that, no, I'm too new to business to think about awards. We offer a free service called Awards Research, where we can look through. We've got a huge database of awards, both in Australia and internationally, where we can look through those awards and find one that might suit you. And it's about what you want to be famous for. So for some people, that's around absolutely fast growth. For others, it's around diversity and inclusion or community engagement, etc. So having a think about your brand and what you want to be famous for can often guide which awards we go into, as well as what life stage your business is at too.
So in that case, what you're saying is, if anybody's not quite sure what kind of award they should try and nominate for, particularly for their sector, they might be running an electrical business or a SaaS business or an e-commerce business, and you're not quite sure what to do, you can help out and provide details of the most appropriate awards in their area.
One of the most common questions we get is, I don't know what awards to enter. So we've started and collated a massive database of awards, and they can either be by industry, that's one of the common ones, but also, again, by the type of business you are beyond industry, or the things that you want to be known for, as in diversity, equity and inclusion, or community engagement, or women's awards, etc.
Cool. And what makes a winning submission? How do you leap ahead of all other people that enter? There's
a couple of key factors, and I'll keep it kind of to just the main ones. Certainly, having the time to put into the award submission is really important. Don't leave it to the last minute. And one of the components of that is technically answering every element or component of the question. So sometimes a question can have 3 components to it, and a judge will sit down, and this is part of influencing judges, I guess. A judge will sit down and they'll have a score sheet, and that you have to answer every single component of that question, not just the first component, but all 3, for example. Beyond that technical aspect, you definitely have to have compelling stories that connect. And part of that is actually being vulnerable within those stories that you tell. So by that, I mean, it doesn't have to be all roses. You can actually tell stories where something's gone wrong in the business, or you've learned a lesson, and you can share that with the judges. So being real and being vulnerable within your application is as important as telling them what's gone right as well. The third point is really backing up any claims with statistics. So don't just make a claim, you have to have the proof points around that to back it up. And another point I'd suggest is having the right attachments for the right award. So if you're going in a couple of categories, maybe one is a fast growth category and another one's a community category, you have to have very different attachments for those. So one would be around your business metrics for fast growth, maybe year-on-year growth. And the community one would possibly be testimonials from the community groups that you support. You have to have the exact attachments that meet the criteria for those awards themselves. Another point that would be really, really important is good grammar and spelling. And I guess we could take those for granted, but let's not. It's really, really important to tick that box. The judges need to be impressed by good writing as well. You will get marked down if it's not proofread and not in good order.
Uh-huh.
The last point is probably the most important, and that's why I've left it till last, and that is it's about your customers, not you. So for the most part, the judges aren't interested in you being the applicant. They're most interested in what you're doing for your clients, your employees, or your community. So telling lots of stories about how you've helped your clients, lots of case studies with proof points. If you've made a claim, what are the statistics behind that for your clients? If it's an employee award, so we've recently had finalists in the AFR Best Places to Work. It's about the employees' stories in that case. It's not about the actual business owners themselves, or it's about the community if it's a community award. So if anyone's ever shy about entering an award, you don't have to be, because it's not about you. It's telling the success stories about your clients, your employees, or your community. And that's what's beautiful about it.
Business owners come to you for help because it is hard to talk about yourself, sort of talk about yourself in the third person and toot your own horn, if you like, in a way that doesn't sound silly or egotistical or whatever. So
Yes.
You're able to sort of draw out the right kind of information from the business owners and present it in a way that the judges like to have it presented. Is that correct?
Yeah, so having some objectivity from the business, so being one removed from the business, we use a team of journalists because journalists' job is to find angles and pictures, and they're really, really good because they have that objectivity as well as probing. So they will not take anything for granted, which is what a lot of business owners do. So once removed, they'll probe and get into those. What do you mean by that? And really, again, not take anything for granted that you might in an award submission not explain it appropriately to a judge that doesn't know anything about your business. De-jargonize everything, because again, marketing is full of jargon, but so is finance and insurance and legal. So really de-jargonize it and break it down for a judge who's not necessarily in your industry, but also then technically and emotionally engage the judge. So by the time they've read a submission that we write, for example, because we once removed and we know the boxes that need to be ticked, we want the judge to say, okay, shit, I've never read a story like that. So really honing in on their points of difference, and that vulnerability that we talked about, really, really important. And then it is not full of egotistical motherhood statements. It is actually about the clients, the employees, and the community. It's not a marketing brochure. It's actually diving deeper into the business than that.
How much time does it actually take to apply for an award?
So people that are doing it themselves, you need to allow, and it depends how long it is as well. They range from about 300 words up to about 5,000 words. So that's a massive range. I would definitely allow between kind of 10 and 15 hours. That's why a lot of people outsource it to businesses like us, because that is a huge investment. Our services that we will interview you, we will do all of the setup, all of the admin, and take that writing task away from you as well, and a lot of the attachment task as well. So we can save you up to 10 hours. If you could spend that time on your business back with your clients, we think that's a really good return on investment, and well worth it for a business owner. But an average award, and doing it properly, not shortcutting it, would take between 10 and 15 hours. Just like you would outsource other services to save you time to get you back into your business. That's why businesses like ours exist, as well as the expertise behind it.
If you are lucky enough to get nominated or to become a finalist, or even, win,
Yes,
or become a finalist, what do you do with that? How do you promote that?
it starts at the time of nomination. So you never miss a trick from nomination through to finalist to win, as you said, Annette. But certainly share with on all of your marketing platforms, including your clients, maybe through socials, email marketing, and don't forget your business partners or your referral partners as well, that you have been nominated. Even if you're self-nominated, you can say we're proud to have nominated for, because you wouldn't put yourself up for an award. And remember, 99% of awards are self-nominated, but you wouldn't put yourself up. Yes, yeah, absolutely. You don't sit around and wait for someone to nominate you. Other business owners are as busy as you, so you might be waiting a while. So definitely promote that through all of your marketing channels, proud to have nominated. There's nothing icky about that, because you wouldn't put yourself up if you didn't believe in yourself and your team to put yourself up for the award. you will get a lot of feedback around that, really positive, supportive feedback. And it's important to engage in that feedback. So don't just, pop it up on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc., and not engage in that. Make sure you reply to those comments, etc. Again, share it with your referral partners, because you get that halo effect out. Share it with your business partners. So Annette, when she shares that she's been nominated for her award, we expect to receive that. We'll comment on it, and our followers will see that kind of as well. So beautiful way to get that ripple effect out. Then if you become a finalist, exactly the same thing. Spread it out again through your email marketing. You'll get a little badge by the time you're a finalist as well. Make sure you put that everywhere, including your email signatures. If you have any digital assets, you can put it on all of your digital assets as well. You might put it on your print, because you can definitely use it for a couple of years too. But certainly that badge, as I said, is gold in terms of just a visual representation of what you've achieved. And then similarly with the winners announcement. By the time you get to a finalist and winner, you can also think about a press release as well. But there has to be angles and stories around that for it to be picked up. Yeah.
I know you've had a lot of success. In fact, I heard a rumor that with some recent awards, you had 100% success with all the people that you put forward. They all won or became finalists. Do you want to share a couple of stories of the impact that winning awards has had on clients in different sectors?
You're absolutely right. So for the Asia Pacific Stevie Awards, we had a 100% win rate. And Annette and I actually share a client that was in childhood obesity prevention. And we're so proud of the work that he does in the thought leader categories. That was fabulous. Another one, the winners haven't been announced yet, but 100% finalist in a cyber security award for Australia. One of our bigger clients in America is actually in cybersecurity as well. And we've won 18 awards for him in 2 years.
Wow.
And that's allowed them to get some more funding because they're in funding stages, and also attract new staff. So really allowed them to show that they are an incredible business that's doing great things, and from their feedback has allowed them to attract some really good development staff. And apparently it's very, very hard to do that in the US where they're based at the moment. Other case studies have certainly been around leads and brand recognition. There are lots of clients in Australia where they continue to enter awards for 4 and 5 years running, because the power of brand recognition, including credibility and trust, is so high, and they leverage it well. So to your point, Annette, it's not just about winning the award or becoming a finalist. It's actually about what you do with that once you've won. So it doesn't just, the award badge just doesn't sit in their inbox. They do get out there and promote it really, really well through their socials, email marketing, email signature, and sharing it with all of their partners on their website. So, really prominently on their website as well. But they continue to enter awards, one, to keep them fresh, because an award badge from 2019, even 2020, is aging now. So keeping them fresh, but also because it's a real attraction pulled for prospects. It makes their clients feel good that they're working with an award-winning business. It makes those conversion conversations a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I can't wait to see.
Absolutely.
Have you done any work with anybody in the trade sector?
Trades, yes. Yes, so we've entered some clients recently in the Australian Achiever Awards in trades, so electrical trades, construction. We've just won a huge award for a client in Tasmania in construction and design, the Spirit Super Tasmania Design Awards. They're in building construction. Yeah, so quite a few. That
would have a significant effect on their business, I guess.
100%, yeah. So they won the Australian Achiever Awards for building and construction last year, and then they went, we're going to do a different award and see what we can do, and they took out the Spirit Super Awards, which actually came, sometimes awards can come with a marketing package as part of the prize as well.
Oh.
So they got that prize. So it was some advertising budget, some radio coverage, etc. So we can have a look at, what comes with awards. Sometimes it's not just a badge, sometimes it's a marketing package as well. Yeah.
I guess when you win an award, you never think about what it is that you're going to win. I mean, that's what you do when you're a kid. You always want that little trophy or whatever. But for a business, it's not really prize money or anything. It's more the kudos and the recognition and the reputation.
100%. Yep. And what you do with that, again, it's no use just sitting in your inbox. We do have one client that's she's a fertility treatment lady, and she's just won gold in the Asia Pacific Stevie Awards, but she's so busy that she hasn't been able to leverage it just yet. And we're like, come on, let's do it. So the clock is ticking a little bit for her in terms of getting out there and leveraging it. She has a little bit of time, but we're continuing to encourage her to do that because we know that it brings so much credibility. But yeah, lots and lots of trades experience for awards. Again, it's just a matter of finding the right award for the business,
yes,
and leveraging that through.
Because some awards are local, aren't they? And some are national and some are international. But I think for a trade business, they'll probably do well in a local kind of awards or in industry kind of awards. But yeah, I mean, we look after a whole range of clients, trades being one of them. Yep. And we're certainly been recommending that they consider this as a marketing strategy that will really differentiate them from their competitors, and also, as you say, leverage their reputation amongst their prospects and clients in their sector.
100%.
If you're going to choose one over another and you see somebody's won all these awards for customer service or quality or growth or whatever, that's the one you're going to go for.
Oh, because you can leverage it so much in copy. I mean, you can even leverage it on your Google business profile, in the copy, in your photos on Google business profile. So there's so many different ways you can leverage it within copy, not just the awards badge itself. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, you're right. There's local awards, there's state awards. Sometimes there's council awards as well. Then you go national, but sometimes you'll be state and then national. And then there's international awards. We do the research kind of from the ground up. We understand where they are based, what's important to them, whether they service nationally or just locally, and then go from there in terms of what's important for them to be known for.
Okay, awesome. So let's wind up with how people can get in contact with you and what kind of services or what offer you have. If somebody wants to get in contact and inquire about you helping them or your team helping them with your whole awards thing.
So the easiest ways, and there's some more information on our website, reputationbydesign.com, or you can certainly email me at karen@reputationbydesign.com. And the offer is a free awards research. So bespoke research tailored to your business, to find out exactly what's available, when it opens, because we never want to be surprised or disappointed if one closed last week. So we can certainly look for the whole year and even for a whole year in advance, including what's closed this year, to tell you what's available and then prioritize that for either timing and or budget to look forward to for the rest of this year and next year that's already closed possibly. If that's a trades business, what's right for your business. If that's a cybersecurity business, it's very, very different. So it's very bespoke research done for each particular company. We'll ask a couple of questions up front and then I'll dive into the research. It just takes me a couple of days to do that and I'll come back with some recommendations. It's no obligation. All we ask is that you review it and give us some feedback. And if we can help, we would love to help.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing all that very valuable awards information. Karen Hall from Reputation by Design.
Thank you so much.